Hi, I've been talking to some family friends, I suppose you might call them, earlier on, and what came to mind was about how we have young children that become teenagers, and some become teenagers a lot earlier than others. A lot of prepubescent children nowadays can be 8 or 9 years old, and that can be really quite challenging when actually that's not what you're expecting from a child that young. Um, when they do behave like a teenager, it can be very challenging again for all of us. That touches the part of us that struggled as teenagers. And when we do start that young, we're not really that prepared for it. Some children are, but some children aren't. And least of all, the parents are the ones that really aren't the ones that are prepared. And that can cause major hassles and upsets and arguments and power battles, really, because as parents we think they should be doing as we want them to do and that we tell them to do, and it doesn't really work. It doesn't work from when they're very little if we listen to them. If we don't listen to them, then obviously it becomes quite hectic and quite out of control, and very, very quickly. As I'm always saying, it's about how you had that happen to you, how you got through your teenage years. Mine weren't particularly pleasant. In fact, I don't think many people's were. I think you're very lucky if you get through your teenage years because your parents were nurtured and cared for sufficiently that actually they could do the same for you. But one little tip that I learned while I was doing my studying to be a child psychotherapist was that you get your 3-year-old back again. So prepare yourselves. It depends on what your 3-year-old was like as to what it's going to be like when you actually have your teenager or prepubescent young person come hurtling at 90 mile an hour at you with everything that they feel is that they need to get off of their chest, rather. So if you can think about what you expect from a 3-year-old, then actually it makes it a lot easier for you to realise that that's what you're dealing with again now. So when all the cups have disappeared out of the kitchen and you ask your teenager, however old they might be, where all the cups are, and they have no idea, that's a lot to do with a 3-year-old brain. Our brain actually prunes itself. So when it isn't used very much, it prunes itself. And then when it's pruning, it's making up new synapses as well, which is, it's quite normal. It's happening to all of us. It's happening to me right now, and then something else will make up for the gap. It's something that we go through all of our lives. But you actually have the chance to repair. So if things didn't go particularly well with your 3-year-old, when you get your teenager or prepubescent 8 or 9-year-old, you can actually go over the things that you perhaps might have missed when they were 3. There's no criticism and no judgment. I could write the book on getting it wrong. So it's not about that. It's about being supportive to understand that that's what's happening for your child. So firstly, again, I'll keep repeating it as long as I will keep repeating it. Be kind to you. As soon as you're kind to you, you can be kind to your maybe look like a 13-year-old, may look like an 8 or 9-year-old, but you've got your 3-year-old back again with their brain. So when you can't find the cups and they're all in their room, there's no point in having an argument. Just collect the cups up and take them back downstairs again. And if that sounds like it's going to be hard work, I'm really sorry, but that is exactly what you've got back again. You wouldn't be expecting a 3-year-old to remember where everything was, and that's what's going on for them. Have a lovely rest of your day, evening, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.